Hello, and welcome to a discussion about something both thrilling and critical to the global economy: supply chain resilience. Now before you click away, hear me out. We're living in a world where supply chain disruption isn't just corporate jargon, it's the reason you couldn't find your favorite brand of mayonnaise last year. And let's not forget, the elephant in the room: inflation. It's like that annoying house guest who overstays their welcome. This perfect storm of economic uncertainty means businesses need to be prepared, not just reactive. And that, my friends, is where a resilient supply chain comes in. Think of your supply chain like the circulatory system of your business. If one artery is blocked, the whole system is compromised. We're going to break down exactly how to make your supply chain robust enough to handle the current economic climate. Let's face it, relying on a single supplier is like putting all your eggs in one extremely fragile basket. You're one banana-induced rampage away from a world of hurt. This is why diversification is absolutely crucial. Having multiple suppliers for your essential materials is like having backup singers for your backup singers. Sure, it might seem excessive, but when the lead singer loses their voice, you'll be glad you planned ahead. Diversifying your suppliers isn't just about mitigating risk, it's also about increasing your negotiating power. When you have options, you're no longer at the mercy of a single supplier's whims and pricing shenanigans. Explore different sourcing regions, look into alternative materials, and don't be afraid to play hard to get. Remember, a diversified supply chain is a resilient supply chain, and a resilient supply chain is a profitable supply chain. Alright, you've diversified your suppliers, now it's time to put a ring on it. Metaphorically speaking, of course, we're talking about securing long-term contracts, the supply chain equivalent of a legally binding promise ring. Think back to the early days of the pandemic when the price of everything from toilet paper to computer chips skyrocketed. That, my friends, was a textbook example of what happens when supply chains go haywire. But those who had locked in long-term contracts, they were sitting pretty. Long-term contracts provide price stability in a world that seems determined to make everything more expensive. They guarantee a steady supply of essential materials, even when demand is high. It's like having a reservation at the hottest restaurant in town. You're guaranteed a table. So, embrace the boredom, channel your inner contract lawyer, and lock in those prices while you still can. Always read the fine print, people. So, you've got your diversified suppliers, your ironclad contracts are signed, but what about the actual transportation of goods? Because let's be real, moving stuff around is expensive. But fear not, my logistics-loving friends, because there are ways to reduce those pesky transportation costs. First up, route optimization. This isn't just about finding the shortest distance between 2 points, it's about finding the most efficient route. Next, we have shipment consolidation. Combining multiple smaller shipments into larger ones is like carpooling for your products. And finally, let's talk about technology. From GPS tracking to warehouse management systems, there's a whole world of tech out there designed to streamline your logistics operations. So there you have it, the blueprint for building a supply chain that can weather even the most tumultuous economic storms. We've talked about the importance of supplier diversification, the security of long-term contracts, and the magic of optimizing your transportation network. Implementing these strategies won't just help you survive inflation, it will help you thrive. It's about creating a lean, mean, efficiency machine that's capable of adapting to whatever the world throws at it. Keep your fingers on the pulse of global events, monitor economic trends, and never underestimate the importance of a well-placed contract clause. And if you ever find yourself feeling overwhelmed, just remember, at least you're not responsible for the global supply of mayonnaise.